Well, good day and welcome to Drive Time. Real estate is a subject of the day and how you can get started investing in it. Whether you're a novice, whether you've never invested in real estate, whether you just rent, even if you've never been there, there's some things that make it easy to get started, I guess, and get moving in that. A lot of people seem to think that real estate is a hard thing to get started in. It's really not. But let's go through the 5 top things to get you started in real estate. Now, the first one is not about doing the actual investing. The first one is about setting yourself up for success. You know, one of the toughest things I remember as a 19-year-old trying to get into the real estate market and buy a house, do the whole thing, was that I didn't have the experience, I didn't have the knowledge. And unfortunately, I didn't think to just read all the books about it. So what I've learned since is you have to come up with, or you have to develop for yourself a set of rules. And you have to pick your niche, depending on where you're from in the world. So what that means is that when I say a set of rules, it is I will invest in stuff if it meets these criteria. I will invest in it if these things are the case. And I won't invest if these things happen. So people then say to me, well, what should my rules be? Well, that's, again, why I wrote the books, The Wealth Coach and The Real Estate Coach, to help people understand what the rules should be, and also my 30X Wealth program. But the thing that I want to say to you is this: if you don't have enough knowledge to write your set of rules, if you don't have enough knowledge to pick your niche. I remember when I was a young man, my niche was basically 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartments that I could turn into 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartments. So I looked for things that had maybe a formal dining area or a large dining area that I could cut off and put into something else. And I know the team at Renovations in New Zealand, in Auckland, have turned that strategy into a multi-billion-dollar portfolio. So great job to all the students at Renovations. But these days our niche has changed. I've been through different niches. I would buy homes on large land lots that we could cut up. I would buy homes on large land lots that we could then turn into apartment buildings. Currently finishing off one development where we bought a single home on many acres that we're cutting into, I think, 70 apartment buildings. So those sorts of things. These days our niche is more in the commercial space. But knowing your rules and knowing your niche is step one to getting into real estate. So study enough, learn enough, read enough books, watch enough videos, do enough podcasts, go to enough courses to get to a point where you've written your set of rules. I will buy this, I won't buy that. So that's important. Second thing about getting yourself into real estate is go start looking. Okay, the way I suggest you do this is you start in the middle of the city and you drive out in all 8 directions: north, northeast, east, etc. Okay, but go and stop at different realtors, go and meet the different real estate offices. Now, I know a lot of offices disappear and it goes into that, but I still think that the getting yourself to go and see the real estate, learn the suburbs, learn the streets, learn the neighborhoods. If you can do that, then it starts you off on the right path. Because one of my rules is only invest where you're an expert. And if you don't know the different streets, if you don't know what's where, how things are, the school districts, that sort of thing. And that brings me to number 3. Number 3 is learn the rules of the game. In other words, what are the taxes in that marketplace? What are the costs of buying in that marketplace? What are the deal makers? What are the deal killers? How do you get finance in that marketplace? Study the rules of the game in that marketplace. And that brings me to point number 4. Point number 4 is get yourself 1 or 2 mentors. Now, the way you can do that to get started, one of 3 places you're going to find a great mentor. Number 1 place is actually real estate agents. So an actual agent in the market in that area. what you find is when you go start looking for real estate, there will be great realtors out there who want to help you, who want to do a deal, and want to help educate you. I remember offering $200 to a realtor who was the #1 agent in his agency to take me around and show me the different areas of the marketplace. And he actually said, no, I don't want your $200, but I will show you around. And in the end, it worked out well for him because we did a few deals together. Second place you can find a mentor is join a local real estate investors club. Okay, the real estate investors, usually there are other investors in that club who've done 10, 20, 30 deals, who are willing to chat with you, willing to help you, willing to give you the advice that you need. Oh, thanks for typing in where you're at, Layla. Candace, thank you. If you're new to Drive Time, we all type in the city we're in so we know where we're driving to on the drive. Third place you find a mentor is property managers. Okay, so the realtors who sell you the property, other investors who are doing the investing, or you can go to the property managers. A professional property manager, usually they'll be managing hundreds or thousands of doors. They're usually willing to give advice and willing to help you out because they know that if you buy a property, they will get the deal of managing that for you and charge you the 8 to 10 or 7 to 10%, depending upon where you're at in the world, to manage that property for you. So it's a really great thing. But point number 4 is get yourself a mentor. Point number 5, okay, this is something you need to make certain you do. Get in touch with a banker, okay? Find a banker and get yourself in touch with a banker and learn what you need to do to be able to get a loan. Now, in many cases, you'll be looking at a mortgage broker, someone who is a specialist in helping people invest. If you find yourself a mortgage broker, and oftentimes you'll find them also at investor clubs or that sort of thing, at meetings like that, even online. You can find them in group chats, that sort of thing. But you want to find yourself a banker that specializes in real estate, specializes in investing in real estate. And that way you've got a team. See, the biggest thing is, remember this, business is a team sport, investing is a team sport. You've got to start thinking about who is on your team. And if you want to get started, if you surround yourself with others who are doing it, you surround yourself with the right people, you'll get started. Now, it doesn't replace the knowledge gaining. You've still got to read the books. You've still got to do the learning, watch the podcasts, do all that stuff. But that's the real starting point. The start in real estate is not buying your first property. The start in real estate is really getting your knowledge together, getting your team together, getting the right people, surrounding yourself with people that encourage you, support you, educate you, help you along the way. Anyway, real estate, if you haven't read my books, The Real Estate Coach or The Wealth Coach, if you've not done 30X Wealth, there's a good starting point for your real estate knowledge. Anyway, I wish you well on the journey. Real estate's a fun journey. If you watch any of my other videos, it tells you about what, why, and how. So be well, subscribe to whatever you're watching. Make sure you're actually learning continuously. And please, the last thing I get you to do, thanks Josephine for being here, Des and Josephine, all on one. If you guys can type in what your biggest lesson is from this, that would be great. Type in your biggest lesson. Look forward to being with you on the next drive. Bye for now.